Hello! Have you ever wondered what would happen if you took a supercar with a body kit from Temu to one of the world's most prestigious car shows to get it judged professionally? My guess would be you probably haven't, but now I have you thinking about it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do with this. What could possibly go wrong? This is my Aston Martin Vantage, and it hasn't always looked like this. I bought it after it was abandoned in a New York City body shop for almost 15 years. I fixed it up, got it running, and even modified it a bit. But then I found this, a body kit from a not-so-trusted website. Being the idiot that I am, I bought it. And 6 months later, it was at my doorstep. From there, I worked hard to try to get it to fit as best I could, and got the car wrapped in this beautiful livery. So now, the only obvious thing to do is see what professional car judges think of my vehicle. However, before we go, we have a slight problem. And this is our problem. The door, which is, and the side skirt, which doesn't exist anymore. But as you can see, the door is like that, and it's not supposed to be. And that's because the car sort of fell off the jack, and while I was looking for a place to put the jack stand, it fell and almost crushed my head. Luckily for me, the door caught it. So thanks to the door for that one. However, it presents a slight issue now. And that is, before we get the car professionally judged by professionals, we want it to be at least slightly presentable. And right now it's not. So we need to fix that and also the side skirt. We have experts repairing the fiberglass, but Will and I are gonna attempt to repair the door. So we have a new door coming, and in the meantime, we need to take the guts out of this one and put them in the new one. And then rewrap it. So this is going great. The Temu Aston Martin it's a real treat. But luckily, I'm still here to tell the tale, and the car will be fixed, and hopefully we'll win an award. It won't. In order to get the new door on, we obviously need to remove the old one first. It seems pretty straightforward, as it only has 2 bolts holding it on and a wire that connects the electronics from the door to the main wiring harness. Once off, I can start to work on taking out the door card, which we'll need to reuse. It's also pretty easy. First comes the door handle mechanism, and then a few bolts later, and we can pull off the door card itself. The new door has arrived in this elaborate setup of a trap. I don't know what this is. Look at this. This must have been really good for the paint. We don't need the paint. Yeah, we don't need the paint where we're going, but we're gonna get this door off, and it actually, look, it comes with guts, just no window.
That's nice though.
But that's definitely gonna save us quite a lot of time. The window though, the window's tricky. We've done it once before. The door wasn't really secured very well, but we still need to take apart the box in order to get it out. Aston Martin door delivered to my door.
Door-to-door door service.
Door-to-door door service. Now the trickiest part of it all is going to be mounting this without breaking it. Because the new door has most of the components we already need on it, we just need to swap the windows and the mirror from the old door to the new one. Again, it's only 2 bolts, but they're a huge pain to get to. You need to use several tools and small access holes, plus a flashlight to even see what you're doing. If we've done it correctly, we should be able to. Oh, that doesn't feel sketchy at all. Winder. All right, I'm gonna put this somewhere safe.
No rotation action. Okay, that's not.
You think that's fine?
Probably not, no.
Like that?
Probably.
That doesn't look like it's
With the
going
safety
anywhere. I'm
one?
scared though. I'm very scared. I don't want to break the window. The mirror and the small window come off a bit easier, but you do need to mess with it a bit to get it to come out of the door itself. Before we can put the windows on the new door though, we're going to install it on the car. This should make it a little bit easier, but getting the door on is a challenge because it needs to be lined up perfectly. And getting the harness plugged in while it's bolted down is also a struggle. But once done, you just slide the window in, go through all the pain of bolting it back together, attach all the old stuff to the door, and it's good to go. But we still have even more work to do to get it ready. First is wrap. Luckily for us, doors are actually one of the easier panels to wrap. And just like that, we have a new door. And you might notice we're in the shop now, which has undergone a bit of a renovation just to look a little bit better on camera and function slightly better, which is nice. But that's besides the point, because this car is still very far from being ready to be professionally judged. We're still missing the stickers for the door along with the side skirt. So we're gonna need to solve that problem. We also are missing the exhaust because the exhaust actually fell off the car, and that needs to be resolved as well, because right now, if you drive it, your ears want to explode. And we have to drive all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut from Boston, which is not that far, but it's far enough where you would lose your hearing if you continue to drive like this. So what we're gonna do is take the other side skirt off, which may seem like backwards progress to do, But honestly, it's the only way that we can get it up in the air safely without ruining more things. And I really, really don't want to get injured today. And I want the car to make it to the show. The show is this weekend, and it's Thursday, and we have to leave tomorrow to get there. And the car is far from done. So in classic Captain Crankshaft fashion, we have a time crunch on our hands. And the Temu Supercar is in need of some love right now. Before we continue with the car, I got a gift for Will. Now you might not know this, but Will has a tendency to lose pretty much everything, including our company card, which he had in his pocket and then just lost. And that's because he doesn't have a wallet for some reason. So I have a solution, a wallet, but not just any wallet. This is a Ridge wallet. There's a reason why I got this one specifically. It's durable, which is important because Will throws his things around. It's slim, unlike conventional wallets, which makes it more comfortable in your pocket. It also has RFID protection, so next time Will has our company credit card, our information is safe. I think he's gonna like it. And I also got some other goodies from Ridge, like this key case, which means Will can actually also keep his keys organized and stop them from jingling around his pocket and hitting everything else, which is annoying when he walks around. Yo, Will.
What's up?
I have a gift for you, my friend. It's more
Another car?
No, shockingly, it's not another car. You know how you tend to have a tendency to lose a company credit card because you're a psychopath and you put it in your pocket? Yeah, this guy has no wallet.
No, I don't usually be using one.
This is for you. This is a very nice, and probably you're gonna lose it somehow, but
No, I won't lose this. This is cool.
isn't that nice?
I like the color.
Is a Ridge wallet.
It matches the car you got me.
I know. You know what else I got?
What? Oh my god, there's more?
There is more. This is a key case that matches that. So
What's a key case?
A key case you can put like all your keys kind of stacked in
Oh,
here
I
and then
see.
flip them out like a cool guy.
Thank you. These are actually super cool. I'm gonna not lose stuff now, maybe. Like,
If you want a Ridge wallet for yourself or for someone else, there is a huge Father's Day sale happening right now until June 15th. And you can get up to 40% off some of the most popular items that they have. So go check it out at the link in the description. Thanks to Ridge for sponsoring this video and ensuring that we no longer lose the company card. And let's get back to the car. Getting side skirts off should be straightforward, but with this car, it's the opposite. Because we wanted it to be really secure, we put bolt holes everywhere. And most of them are in places that are very hard to reach and require some serious tool modification. But it's by far the best way to safely lift the car. Look at how many rocks this thing collects. That's crazy. We're making a whole aquarium up in here. With the car finally up in the air, I could fix the original exhaust problem. As you can see, it's been dumping right off the catalytic converters at the front of the car, which makes it drone horribly. So I'm adding back in the X pipe, which should help with tone and noise level. And it's going pretty well. Come on. Will has retrieved an extra bolt and we are solid here. But we have the next thing to tackle with the exhaust, which you can probably hear Will doing in the background. And that is, let me get a light on it so you can see properly. It's these downturn pipes that he got. So now our exhaust won't just blow into our transmission piping. That's rubber and would probably melt. And that actually looks legit.
yeah, wow, thanks, auto parts store pipes.
These downturns are super easy to install and fit shockingly well. I just need to install 2 clamps, tighten them down, and our exhaust problem should hopefully be resolved.
Now it's time for our first start with the new exhaust setup. Jackson? Oh, he's spilling bolts everywhere, this guy. Sounds the same. Yeah, you can tell it's coming out of the back now.
And down.
Nice. So much better, yeah, you're right. All right, well, we're one step closer to getting ready for the Concours d'Elegance, but we're not done yet, and we're still waiting on our side skirt, which I gotta go pick up soon. So we got more work to do. Let's do that.
Just like young car enthusiasts, something that Concours d'Elegance judges love is stickers, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They add horsepower, which is very important to the judges.
Yes, judges love stickers because it's multiple more horsepower that you gain. So, of course, we need to put some stickers on the door. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fast enough. And the judges would hate it.
It's an Auto Tempest sticker, and what I've heard, it adds an extra 50 horsepower.
I concur with this. The stickers are another small but easy step. We don't have any proper transfer tape, but when in a pinch, it turns out painter's tape works totally fine. While we work on that, the guys at Auto Body It Is are repairing our destroyed side skirt. Our side skirt just got back. Look, It's repaired. Huge shout out to Auto Body It Is, by the way. They went above and beyond to get this thing fixed very quickly for us, and much better than it was before. It might look odd to you with all the different colors, but that's because he actually did the thing we didn't do, which is level the entire thing. So he primered and sanded and made this piece far stronger, far more rigid, and also a lot nicer than the other parts of the car. We probably should have done this to the entire thing, but yeah, he does good work. So if you're ever in the area and you need some auto body stuff done, that's the man to go to right there. It was all cracked in here. Now it is one uniform piece that can go back on the car like that one will. We leave in like 12 hours, so we got to get that done. Because it's Greenwich Concours coming up and we're bringing this car here, we have a friend in town, Nikolai. You've probably seen his videos of what you rate your car out of 10.
What do you rate the Ashton on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, 2. Nikolai's wrapped a couple of things in his days, so he's gonna help me get this all sorted out. In order to make everything look uniform, we need to wrap this side skirt. It's tougher than the door due to all the angles, but since it's a smaller piece, it's not the worst thing to wrap. We have to start with it on the car in order to make it easier, but once the wrap is partially on, we can take the side skirt off and finish all the edges. We finished the side skirt last night. We have about 2 hours before we need to go, and the side skirt needs to go on, the sticker needs to go on, that side skirt needs to go on. We're always putting it all to the last minute, but that's how it goes sometimes. Most of the old holes we drilled broke when the side skirt got damaged, so I have to rivet new rib nuts and then reinstall it, which is again a huge pain. So hoping we don't have to take these off anytime soon. The side skirts are now on the car. Look at it, it's like brand new.
Like you never destroyed it.
Like it never almost hurt my brain. And now it's finally ready to get professionally judged at one of the most prestigious car events, Greenwich Concours. Now, I don't think it's really ready because all the other cars it'll be competing against will be far nicer, but maybe we'll win an award.
Consider it competing. I don't think it's doing any competition.
I'll put it this way. It's going to be the only modified car there, and I think the only modification that any other car is going to have is PPF.
This is... Don't look at it.
It's sort of like if I were going to go compete against Michael Phelps in a 2-mile swimming contest. So that would be what this is equivalent to. So bad, I'm gonna lose. But there's only one way to find out. Off we go to Greenwich. I got Nikolai in the car. I'm excited. And we got the Ferrari and we've got the Porsche. So this should be a fun little trip here. Hopefully everything makes it the 2 hours that we need to go. And we might have a little special stop on the way there to check out the cars. Yesterday, we got to Greenwich, and today is the show. So we have to go get the cars to the show. It is like way too early in the morning for me. It's like 6 something, but I think I'm ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Hello! We are dressed for the concourse today.
What is up?
And on a surprise twist, we're also bringing the Porsche in for them to make fun of.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We were told yesterday that we will be bringing also the 911. So we can get made fun of twice.
There's another light on the dash.
Oh no!
Now we have 5.
I have none over here.
No way. He's lying.
Nate said we could show the judges our lights and that they work properly.
That's extra points.
That's gotta be extra points. That's a bit nicer than our car.
They should not have let us in.
These are far nicer vehicles than ours. While we wait for the judges, we're taking a look at some of the competition that has already shown up. And let's just say, it's a bit nicer than our cars. It doesn't show up on camera so well, but this carbon fiber on here is insane. The key's in the ignition, actually.
Noted.
I kind of want one of these so bad. This really piques the interest of my like high school days.
It's like actually a rally winning car, so it probably was called it, right?
Oh, this is really cool then. I'm being allowed to sit in it. Thank you. What's your name? I'm Jackson. Nice to meet you, dude. Dude, this is so cool. It's actually like shockingly, I fit well in these seats.
Dude, I want one.
Oh,
Can we build a rally car?
I love all the switches. Look at
One
that.
that actually works.
Build a real rally car?
Yeah, our rally car is fake.
But then we got a little distracted. Do you stand behind it?
I think you stand next to it.
I don't.
What? How do you? How did you do that?
I'm doing a thorough inspection of this vehicle.
Look at that Escort RS Cosworth.
Hold on, do you see that? You see how closely the judges are looking at the engine bay?
Oh yeah, no, it's scary a little bit, right?
Yeah. It's not looking good for us. They're making their way down the aisles here. Now, if you've never been to a concours like me, here's how it works. Cars from all over the world, usually expensive and with incredible history, come to one location to get judged by professionals and hopefully win an award, which then increases the value of the car because it's considered award-winning by the automotive community. And it turns out the judging is meticulous. They slowly go over every square inch of the car, making sure everything is perfect and in the right place. Even things like the condition of the carpet, the wiper blades, and the condition of the hardware on the car are judged and calculated into the overall score they give you. Let's just say it's making me feel a little less confident. Jeremy, who was judging our car, slowly went through every single part, starting the car to make sure everything idled okay, and looking in our trunk, which we forgot to clean out. What do you think?
All right, we've given it a look over. You know, we're gonna have to do a little bit of deliberation, right? There's a couple of fitment issues. Let's put it that way. There's some generous wraps on there, but you know what? Overall, I love the ambition. I love you guys. You guys went after it, and you did a fantastic job. I know it's scary sometimes working on your cars, but I think you've shown all of your viewers that you just got to send it sometimes, see what happens, and then who knows? Maybe you'll end up on a concours show field.
You never know, with a lot of flies now landing.
Oh my gosh.
They love it too. Everyone loves it. We got a crowd.
Insects and humans alike.
Now we have to wait and see what our score is, and hopefully if we win an award.
It's the next day, we're back at the shop, and we have our official scores here. They are different categories, and they're all, you know, interior, storage, exterior, and engine, wheels, and tires. That's a lot of things where we can lose points. All right, we'll start with interior. For the, if you got a perfect interior score, it would be 75 points, and we got a 34. So, not great. Some of their notes were that our seats were in decent condition, but a little dirty. The headliner was sagging. We need to fix that. I kind of forgot that was happening. The covers, meaning the carpets in this case for the floor, are unoriginal and dirty. So unoriginal, not so good when you're at a concours d'elegance. They're looking for a lot of original, very perfect things, which our car is not. But overall, it could be a lot worse, I feel. We'll move over to, I don't know what this means, but storage. That is, I guess, oh, like the battery tray, the condition of the trunk, the toolkit compressor spare jack, which they say is missing. So out of 50 points, which would be a perfect score for the storage category, we got an 18. Exterior, for a perfect exterior score, it would be 100. We got a 29. Well, hold on. The condition of the body panels is not great. That says modified extensively, which is usually fine, but our panel gaps are not so good. Finally, we move on to the engine, wheels, and tires, of which the total best score would be a 75, and we got a 29. The engine bay was a little dirty. We were missing some panels in the engine bay. That means we've got a total score. If we got a perfect score and we were to win probably best of class, we would have had a 300 out of 300. But instead, we have a 110 out of 300, which I think is a failing grade.
Definitely not an ideal grade, but they were so gracious that they gave us an award anyways, just because we showed up. We brought a car that we tried to build ourselves, so thank you very much to them for roasting our car and letting us know why it sucks, but also being very kind, letting us show it to all of our fans and friends and everybody that came out to see it.
Even though they did roast us in points a little bit, they were just being fair and trying to judge it like they judge any other car. But that is not them being mean. That's just a fair grade, I would say. So huge thanks to them. They're great, and I appreciate them even taking the time to do it because they were super busy judging real cars that got really good scores and were perfect. So yeah, subscribe.